Hello everyone, welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with previous year questions of jumbled paragraph. This is part 2. In part 1, we have already learnt some passages of jumbled paragraph. In this session as well, we are going to discuss some previous year questions based on jumbled paragraph. So these are the questions similar to the questions occurred in IBPS CLERK exams. So these questions have been taken from the previous year papers of IBPS CLERK exams, but these questions might be similar to those questions. Now let's begin the session. In our earlier session, we have already learnt or we have already done 3 paragraphs. In this session, we'll begin with paragraph number 4. So this is paragraph number 4 that we are going to start in this session. So let's read the sentences one by one. What we need to do in jumbled paragraph, the concept we have already discussed earlier, that we will be given some sentences that are not arranged in proper order. Now we have to shuffle those sentences in such a manner so that it can create a meaningful paragraph, or so that they can create a meaningful paragraph. Now let us read this passage, this paragraph number 4. In this we have, let us see how many sentences are there. Sentence A, B, C, D, E. It means there are total 5 sentences. So minimum we can have 5 sentences, and maximum, well, there is no limit, but maximum we generally have 8 sentences, as we have done in our earlier session as well. In the third paragraph, I think there were 8 sentences. So let us discuss this paragraph number 4. First, we'll read the sentences carefully and we'll try to find out that which sentence can begin the paragraph. So let's begin this. So, considering the above factors and the fact that never had there been any such government scheme that catered universally to Pan India, this scheme can surely become very famous and helpful to poorer sections of our society. Now, if we see the sentence carefully, this can be the concluding sentence, but this cannot be the beginning sentence because it is written the impact or the cause of something. We don't know what, but it is beginning with so and it is representing the cause of something. That is why, and it is also written the above factors. It means there must be some factors that we have missed out. Therefore, this cannot be the beginning sentence. So, we have 5 sentences in this. Let us have 5 blanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, we can make various combinations. It is not like that in the first hand we'll do the entire question properly. So, we need to make several combinations. Well, let us see which will be the best combination of the passage. So, let us have this combination first. So this cannot be the first sentence. Now let us move to the next one. This scheme is also aimed at providing better healthcare facilities to women, children and senior citizens, as providing coverage to them is a sensitive issue at various levels of society. In this, it is written also aimed at. It means there is something else that has been talked about previously. This means, again, this will not begin the paragraph. Now, let us move to the next one. So, in public hospitals and listed set of private hospitals, a patient can directly get treatment from the insurance without having to spend even a penny from his pocket. Again, this can be the impact of something, but this cannot begin the passage. It is a fully government-sponsored scheme, so can be easily called the largest of its kind in the world. Now, in this sentence, we can see that it is written, it is fully government. Now, what does this it refer to? Don't know. Let us see the E sentence. The aspect of universal health in this scheme is related to the big reach out aimed under this scheme. The government has not declared any upper limit for the number of members in a family that can take in the benefits. Now, if we see this sentence carefully, here it is written the aspect of universal health in this scheme. Now again, which scheme are we talking about is not described here. But if we come to select the first sentence, we can say that E can be the first sentence or D can be the first sentence, because in D, though it is a pronoun, it is a fully government sponsored scheme, so can be easily called the largest of its kind in the world. But In the D sentence, the later clause consists of so and the sentence ands, like the scheme has not been introduced, the scheme is about what, it is not introduced at all. It means it can be the concluding sentence, not the beginning. Therefore, let us have E at the first sentence. E is the first sentence. Now, if in this we have a link, that is, or we have a hint, that is, reach out aimed under this scheme. The government has not declared any upper limit for the number of members in a family that can take in the benefits. So, here the number of members has been talked about. The number of members has been talked about. Reached out, aimed is written. Therefore, if we see the sentence B, the scheme is also aimed at. It means this can link with E. So, we can write B sentence after E. Now, it is written, citizens as providing coverage to them is a sensitive issue at various levels of society. So, this can be issue at various levels of society. So, this is a kind of healthcare policy or healthcare scheme that is providing the benefits to many patients. Now, let us see another sentence, that is A. So, considering the above factors and the fact that never had been there any such government scheme. No, this will be the concluding sentence. No, let us not take this first. So, in public hospitals and listed set of private hospitals, a patient can. Now, this can be the impact of what is written in part B. So, C can link it. That there is a list of hospitals, whether they are public hospitals or the private hospitals. Patient can directly get treatment from the insurance without having to spend even a penny from his pocket. Now, this is the benefit which this policy is providing. Now, we can have C, E, B, C. Then after this, we have so, considering the above factors, the fact that never had been there any such government scheme that catered universally to Pan India, the scheme can surely become very famous and helpful to the poorer sections of our society. So we have been talked about that they need not spend even a penny, and here we have talked about the poorer sections benefit. Therefore, A will be followed, or A will follow the sentence C. Sentence A will follow the sentence C. Now here, obviously, we'll have D sentence in the last. It is a fully government sponsored scheme, so can be easily called the largest of its kind in the world. So D will be the concluding sentence where this scheme has been talked about properly. Now let us see the questions one by one. First, we'll have which of the following should be the fourth sentence after the rearrangement. Now let us see the rearrangement. This is first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Now we have been talked about the fourth sentence in the passage. So fourth sentence is A. Now let us see the options. A is given on A option. So our answer is A. This is very simple because the fourth sentence after rearrangement will be A. Now let us move to the next one. And this A is written on the A option only. Now, which of the following should be the second sentence after rearrangement? Now, we have been asked about this second sentence. So, let us see the second sentence. Second sentence is B. So, let us see it in the options. It is obviously B and in the B option itself. So, our answer is B because B option is right because this B sentence is written on B option only. Now let us move to the next one. Now we have been asked the third sentence after rearrangement. So let us see which is the third sentence. Third sentence is C. So this is again very simple. So let us see. Obviously it is given on C option only. So our answer is C again. This is really a coincidence with this paragraph. Now let us move to the next one. Now we have been asked the first sentence after the rearrangement. Now let us look for the first sentence. First sentence is E, of course. Now let us see on which part is written E. Obviously it is written in E option. So our answer is E. The first sentence that will begin the paragraph is E. Now let us move to the next one. It is E. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. That is, we have been asked the fifth sentence after rearrangement. Now let us see. Fifth sentence is basically D. So now let us see this. So Let us see where this D has been written. So D has been written on D option only. So our answer is D. So our answer is D. So this will be the answer. So this will be the correct sequence of the passage. Now let us read the passage again with the correct rearrangement of sentences. The aspect of universal health in this scheme is related to the big reach out aimed under this scheme. The government has not declared any upper limit for the number of members in a family that can take in the benefits. This scheme is also aimed at providing better healthcare facilities to women, children, and senior citizens, as providing courage to them in a sensitive issue at various levels of society. So, in public hospitals and listed set of private hospitals, a patient can directly get treatment from the insurance without having to spend even a penny from his pocket. Then, so considering the above factors and the fact that never had there been any such government scheme that catered universally to men in India, this scheme can surely become very famous and helpful to the poor sections of our country. It is a fully government-sponsored scheme, so can be easily called the largest of its kind in the world. So this will be the correct sequence of these sentences. Now let us move to the paragraph number 5. So this is paragraph number 5. Now let us see the sentences. First sentence is the written reply of the Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar to the question argued that India had improved its position in GHI from the previous year to 2020. Now let us see the B sentence. Responding to a question in Parliament about India being ranked 94th among 107 countries in Global Hunger Index. Now this GI stands for Global Hunger Index. In 2020, the Minister of State for Agriculture laughed it off by saying that India feeds stray dogs sweets when they give birth. C sentences, but the GHI is about hunger, not shortage, about excess, not storage. So if it is written but, it means it is contrasting some sentence. So some sentence is written before this, must be written before this. Food may be inaccessible for a large number of Indians, but fig leaves are abundant on government premises. Fig leaves is actually refers to some leaves. Now, the second fig leaf produced the answer that there is no question of food shortage as the government has doubled the required amount of food in buffer stocks. Fig leaf refers to some policy or some reports. Let us read in the passage. Now, let us look for the first sentence. So, we have total 5 sentences. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, let us see which should be the first sentence after rearrangement. So, the first sentence can be, if we see the first sentence, the written reply of Agriculture Minister, it means there is some question before it. So, this cannot be the first sentence. And of course, in B sentence, we have already said that responding to a question in Parliament. It means this should be the prior sentence of A or prior to A. Now, but the GHI, this again cannot begin the sentence or begin the paragraph. Food may be inaccessible for large number of Indians, but fig leaves are abundant on government premises. So this can be the first sentence of the paragraph, that is D. Now, if we see E sentence, here we have talked about big leaves. So the second big leaf, but what is the first big leaf? That has not been talked about. So we can link this sentence with responding to a question in Parliament about India being ranked 94th among 107 countries in Global Hunger Index in 2020. The Minister of State for Agriculture laughed at by saying that India feeds stray dogs sweet when they give birth. So this can be the link, but we'll make other combinations as well. So first we'll have D over here, and after that we'll have E. So let us move with these two combinations. Now let us see this E sentence again. The second fig leaf produced the answer that there is no question of food shortage as the government has doubled the required amount of food in buffer stocks. Now, if we compare E and B sentence with each other, in B sentence it is written, responding to a question in Parliament about India being ranked 94th among 107 countries in GHI in 2020, the Minister of State for Agriculture laughed it off by saying that India feeds stray dogs sweets when they give birth. Now here the question has been talked about, and in this the second leaf produced the answer. So this is the answer. It means B should come prior to E. It means if we see this combination, it will be called off or it will be cancelled. Now D, B, and after B we have E because it is giving the answer. It is producing the answer. So after D, B, E, now let us see which should be the next. That is, in E sentence, it is written that food in buffer stocks. So the answer is that the question of food shortage as the government has doubled the required amount of food in buffer stocks. So the food is there, available there in buffer stocks. But in C, it is written, but the GHI is about hunger, not shortage about excess, not storage. Now, it has contrasted the sentence E that GHI refers to an index which is about hunger, not about the shortage of food, not about the storage of food. So it definitely, you can say, contrast the sentence E. The written reply of Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar to the question argued that India had improved its position in GHI from previous year to 2020. So this will be the concluding sentence. So though this is complex, but if you see basic or minute hints, you are able to solve this passage very simply. Now the correct sequence should be DBECA. Now let us see the questions that have been asked. So which of the following will be the fifth sentence after rearrangement? Now let us see in the arrangement. This is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and the fifth sentence is of course A. Now let us see the options. The fifth sentence is A, so it is given on E option, so our answer is A. Now let us move to the next one. We have been asked about the second sentence after rearrangement. Now let us see which is the second sentence, that is B. So second sentence is B. So let us see it as the options. So it is written on option B, of course. So our answer is B. Our answer is B. Now let us move to the next one. First sentence after rearrangement. Of course, it is D. So first sentence is D. Now let us see it in the options. Obviously, it is written on D option. So our answer is D. So our answer is D because the first sentence of the rearrangement is D. Now let us move to the next one. That is fourth sentence after rearrangement. So the fourth sentence is C. Now let us see it in the options. Now as it was expected that it must be given on C option. So our answer is C. Now let us move to the next one. That is the third sentence after rearrangement. Now let us see the third sentence. Third is E. Now let us see on which option this E has been written. So E is written on E. So our answer will be E. So this will be the proper rearrangement of these sentences to form the entire paragraph. Now let us read the entire passage again with the arranged sequence. So first sentence will be D. So let's begin it with D. Food may be inaccessible for a large number of Indians, but fig leaves are abundant on government premises. Responding to a question in Parliament about India being ranked 94th among 107 or 107 countries in Global Hunger Index in 2020, the Minister of State for Agriculture laughed it off by saying that India feeds stray dogs sweets when they give birth. Then The second fig leaf produced the answer that there is no question of food shortage as the government has doubled the required amount of food in buffer stocks. But the GHI is about hunger, not shortage, about excess, not storage. The written reply of the Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar to the question argued that India had improved its position in the GHI, that is Global Hunger Index, from the previous year to 2020. So, this will be the entire passage, which is properly rearranged now. Now, let us move to the next paragraph. There is paragraph number 6. Now let us see and let us solve this paragraph. Again, let us see the sentences. Let us read the sentences one by one. Let us see how many sentences are there in this paragraph. A, B, C, D, E, F. Now there are 6 sentences in this paragraph. First is, for years, it relied upon export-led growth and massive investments in housing, infrastructure, roads, rail, ports, and heavy industry, steel, glass, and aluminium. China is engineering a major economic transformation, or at least trying. Whether this conversation succeeds or fails is a momentous story, but a China that succeeds is more likely to be stable. Now let us move. However, this economic model now seems spent. So the country is switching its engine of growth to consumer spending on services and light manufacturing. A possible reason behind this model becoming outdated could be that world trade is weak at present and overinvestment in housing, infrastructure, and industry has caused a glut. Now, here we have 6 sentences. Now let us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let us fix the positions. If we see this sentence, however, this economic model now seems spent. It means there was some model or economic model that has been planned, but it has been failed. So a possible reason behind the model becoming outdated. So that was the model that has become outdated. It means this and this have some link. So D and F. So after D, we should have the F sentence. This is a just link or the combination. For years, it relied upon export-led growth and massive investment in housing. China is engineering. Now, a sentence which can begin the paragraph can be B. China is engineering a major economic transformation or at least trying. Now let us take B as the first sentence of the paragraph. Now we have 6 sentences. Let us see. Let us take B as the first sentence. China is engineering a major economic transformation or at least trying. Now if we see the other sentences, in this, the China has started something. That China is engineering a major economic transformation or at least trying. So B will be the first sentence. Now let us look for the link of this sentence. For years, it relied upon export-led growth and massive investment in housing, infrastructure, roads, rail, ports, and heavy industry, steel, glass, and aluminium. It means this is a modification that has been taken place, but for years it had been trying something else. It means this can link the sentence. Whether this conversation succeeds or fails, it is a momentous story, but a China that succeeds is more likely to be stable. Now, this cannot be the link sentence with A. Now, let us move to the next one. However, this economic model now seems spent. It means what they were doing, like export-led growth and massive, that has been failed. So, after A, there should be D. And after D, we know well that F will make it. Now let us have E sentence. So the country is switching its engine of growth to consumer spending on services and light manufacturing. Now E can link this sentence F because now they have transformed to something else. Whether this conversation succeeds or fails is a momentous story, but a China that succeeds is more likely to be stable. So after that, we should have C. So the correct sequence should be BADFEC. Now let us see the questions. The first question is, which of the following should be the first sentence after rearrangement? So we know well that the first sentence is, this is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So the first sentence is, of course, B. Now let us see B. So B is given on the C option. So our answer is C here, because this B sentence is given on C option. Now let us move to the next one. Fifth sentence after rearrangement. Now let us see. Fifth sentence is, of course, E. Now let us see in the options. So the fifth sentence is E, that is C option. So again, our answer is C, because this sentence E is given on C option. So our answer will be C. Now let us move to the next one. We have been asked about the fourth sentence after rearrangement. Now let us see after the rearrangement. Fourth sentence is F. So let us see this fourth sentence. So F is given on D option. So our answer will be D. So the answer is D, that is fourth sentence is F. Now let us move to the next one. Second sentence. Now we have been asked about the second sentence after rearrangement. Now second sentence is A. Now let us see this in the options. So in the options, it is given on A position. So our answer is A. So of course, this A is given on A option. So A will be the correct answer. Now let us move to the next question, that is sixth or the last sentence. So let us see which is the sixth or the last sentence. That is C. So sixth or the last sentence is C. Now let us see in the options where the C has been written. So it is written on it is written on A option. So our answer is A. Now this is somewhere puzzling, as the structure of previous questions or previous paragraphs questions options. Now in this, our answer will be C, because the sixth sentence, this answer is A, because the sixth or the last sentence is C, which is given on position A or in option A. So our answer will be A, not C. Okay, I hope you understood this paragraph. Now let us move to the next paragraph. That is paragraph number 7. Now let us see how many sentences are there. A, B, C, D, E, F. Again, 6 sentences are there. Now let us make 6 positions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you can make various combinations again and again, because sometimes these questions puzzles us a lot. So you can make one or more combinations to see whether your or which combination is suitable or not. Now here, let us start reading the sentences. First, we have global investors are quaking over the prospect of a devastating slump in the world's second biggest economy. A possible answer could be that the country's troubles raise doubts about whether its policymakers have the tools to keep their economy growing at a healthy pace, something that has been a constant reassurance for more than 2 decades. And they are fast losing confidence that the country's policymakers, seemingly so sure-footed in the past, know how to solve the problem. However, such a domino effect is significant but hardly catastrophic, so why the hysteria? China is exporting something new to the world economy: fear. Apart from the shrinking confidence, the biggest fear is that a collapsing Chinese economy would derail others around the world, from emerging markets in Chile and Indonesia to industrial parts such as the United States. Now, if we see these sentences, this is of course something which is about the China, the economy, the business, the trading effects, and many things, exporting. So this is quite puzzling, as well as this is quite big as well, because the sentences of this paragraph are very big. So we have to look for the first sentence. Now, if we see this word, however, this can definitely not begin the paragraph. China is exporting something new. So this can be the beginning of the paragraph. So among these sentences, we can say that A is the sentence which looks like that it can begin the paragraph. Now we can have two combinations over here. One is beginning with E and one is beginning with A. So let's begin first with E. It is written, China is exporting something new to the world economy fear. Now let us see the link sentence of this sentence, or the linking of this sentence. China is exporting something new to the world economy fear. Global investors are quaking over the prospect of a devastating slump in the world's second biggest economy. A possible answer could be, now this is a possible answer. And here it is a question. China is exporting something new to the world economy fear. Again, there is another question. However, such a domino effect is significant but hardly catastrophic. So why the hysteria? Hysteria means confusion. So if we see, let us, apart from shrinking confidence, the biggest fear is that a collapsing Chinese economy would derail others around the world, from emerging markets in Chile and Indonesia to industrial parks such as the United States. So China, after this, global investors are quaking over the prospect of a devastating slump in the world's second biggest economy. So we can have this as the second sentence. And they are, now what? They have been talked about the global investors. And they are fast losing confidence that countries' policymakers, seemingly so sure-footed in the past, know how to solve the problem. So this can be the third sentence. Now, if A is the second, so here the combination removes or fails. Now, let us have this combination EA, then C, and they are fast losing confidence that the country's policymakers, seemingly so sure-footed in the past, know how to solve the problem. So after this, we should have F sentence, because in this again the economy around has been talked about. Then we can have a possible answer could be that the country's troubles raise doubts about whether its policymakers have the tools to keep their economy growing at a healthy place, something that has been a constant reassurance for more than 2 decades. So after this, we can have B. Now, after that, however, such a domino effect is significant but hardly catastrophic. So why the hysteria? So after this, the last sentence will be D. So the correct sequence should be E, A, C, F, B, D. This will make the entire paragraph or entire passage. Now let us move to the questions. Which of the following should be the second sentence after rearrangement? So of course we have first, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. So the second sentence is A, so our answer is A, and A is given on option A, so our answer is A. Now let us move to the next one. Here we have the first sentence after rearrangement. Let us see. Of course, the first sentence is E. So E will be the first sentence. So it is given on E option. So our answer is E, of course. So it is E because the sentence E is given on E option. Now the sixth or the last sentence, let us see. Sixth or the last sentence is D. So let us have this. So D is given on option B. So our answer is B. So our answer is B because this D sentence is given on B option. Now we have been asked about the fifth sentence after rearrangement. So the fifth sentence is, let us see, fifth sentence is B. So let us see this B sentence. So fifth sentence is B. So, but here in this arrangement, we have been asked about the fifth sentence, that is B according to us. But in these options, B is not given. It means the combination that we have made is incorrect. B cannot be the fifth sentence. Now, as I have told you that we have to make various paragraphs, various combinations to see whether our combination is correct or not. Now, if we see the passage carefully, it is written a possible answer could be that the countries. Yes, of course. Indeed, the question has been asked, not the answer has been given. Therefore, here we have missed the place, that is fifth and sixth position. First D sentence will come, then B. So this was quite puzzling situation that we have created. So, well, and now the combination is correct. We have D as the fifth sentence and sixth sentence is B. So this is fine now. So our fifth sentence will be D. So the fifth sentence is D. So our answer is B. Now this is a clue by which you can see whether the passage or the arrangement that you have made is correct or not. So our answer is B. This is the style of confirming whether our combination is correct or not. And you get these types of hints only in case of paragraphs which contains more than 5 sentences. Now, what should be the fourth sentence after rearrangement? It is F. Now let us see in which option this is given. So fourth sentence is F, that is given on D part. So D option. So our answer is D. So this is the fifth question, which was the last question of this passage. So I hope you find that this paragraph is a little complex, but here we got the hint that if our combination is not correct, how to see or how to confirm whether our combination is correct or not. So this is the style in which I have shown you that we can also confirm that whether our combination that we have made is correct or not. Now the passage is absolutely correct. Now let us read the passage again. It is, first we'll have, of course, the E sentence. So China is exporting something new to the world economy. Fear. Global investors are quaking over the prospect of a devastating slump in the world's second biggest economy. And they are fast losing confidence that the country's policy makers, seemingly so sure-footed in the past, know how to solve the problem. In F sentence, it is written, apart from the shrinking confidence. Now here, the losing confidence has been talked about, and F has a link with it, that apart from the shrinking confidence, the biggest fear is that collapsing Chinese economy would derail others around the world, from emerging markets in Chile and Indonesia to industrial parts such as the United States. Now, in D, it is written, however, such a domino effect. Now, in this E sentence, the effect of this confidence or losing confidence or the shrinking economy is talked about, with how it is impacting the other around the world or other economies around the world around China. So this domino effect is significant but hardly catastrophic. So why the hysteria? Now the answer to this question is given in B. A possible answer could be that the country's troubles raise doubts about whether its policymakers have the tools to keep their economy growing at a healthy place, something that has been a constant reassurance for more than 2 decades. So this will be the entire complete passage. I hope you understood now. Well, we'll do some more questions of jumbled paragraphs previous year questions in another session. Thank you very much.